In this session, we will look at simplification of an expression. What is an expression? An expression is essentially a word problem. For example, the price of 30 potatoes is equal to the price of 45 onions. These can be solved by the use of linear equations. It can also be an equation requiring simplification. For example, if p minus q is equal to 6 and p squared minus q squared is equal to 116, what is p into q? Solving them requires you to remember several algebraic formulae. A linear equation is made of two mathematical expressions set to equal each other. These can help you solve word problems. Let's take an example. If the price of 45 apples is 8.10, what is the price of 1 apple? Let the price of 1 apple be x. Here, x is the variable which we have to find. Then the price of 45 apples is equal to 45 into x. It is given in the problem that 45 apples costs 8.10. Therefore, 45 into x is equal to 8.10. Therefore, x is equal to 8.10 by 45, which is equal to 18. In this question, 45 into x is equal to 8.10 is a mathematical expression that represents the word problem. X here is the unknown. Solving for the unknown is the answer of the question. Therefore, we need to find the value of the unknown. Why is it called a linear equation? No variable in a linear equation is raised to the power greater than 1 or used as a denominator of a fraction. For example, 4x plus 3 is equal to 6 is a linear equation. X squared plus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0 is not a linear equation because x has a power greater than 1. X plus 1 by x is equal to 5 also is not a linear equation because x is used as a denominator of a fraction. Linear equation graph as straight lines. Sometimes a word problem will have two unknown values. For example, the sum of two numbers is 75 and the greater of two is 4 times the lesser. What is the smaller number? Here, we need to solve for two numbers. Therefore, number 1 we take as x and number 2 we take as y. X plus y is equal to 75 and y is equal to 4 into x as given in the problem. Here, x and y are the two variables that we need to solve for. How to solve? There are three main methods to solve such problems. Transferring to the other side, solving by substitution, solving by addition. Transferring to the other side is usually used for one variables. Solving by substitution and solving by addition is used when there are two variables. Now let's look at how to solve using transferring to the other side. Let's take the expression 4x plus 3 is equal to 19. We transfer 3 to the other side of the equation. So it becomes 4x is equal to 19 minus 3, which is 4x is equal to 16. Now we transfer 4 to the other side of the equation, which the equation then becomes x is equal to 16 by 4. Solving for x, x is equal to 4. Some rules to remember. While transferring from one side of the expression to another, the sign of the operator changes. If on one side of the equation the number is positive, it becomes negative on the other side of the equation. If on one side of the equation the number is negative, it becomes positive on the other side of the equation. Similarly, if the number is multiplied to the variable on one side of the equation, it becomes divided on the other side of the equation. Division becomes multiplication on the other side of the equation. Solving by substitution. The sum of two numbers is 75 and the greater of 2 is 4 times the lesser. What is the smaller number? Here, number 1 is equal to x and number 2 is equal to y. And the mathematical expression is x plus y is equal to 75 and y is equal to 4x. We substitute y in x plus y with 4x. So it becomes x plus 4x is equal to 75, which is 5x is equal to 75 or x is equal to 15. Solving by addition. Let us take the same example. The mathematical expressions are x plus y is equal to 75 and y is equal to 4x. Now remember the rules of transferring to the other side. The expression y is equal to 4x becomes 4x minus y is equal to 0. Now we add the two expressions x plus y is equal to 75 and 4x minus y is equal to 0. We get 5x plus 0 is equal to 75. X is equal to 75 by 5, which is equal to 15. You might have noticed that by using any of the above solutions, you will get the same answer. That is, x is equal to 15. Now let's look at some tips and shortcuts. Back calculate. You need not always solve the linear equation fully. Sometimes it might be easier to substitute the answer options in your linear equation. After substitution, if both the sides of the equation are equal, then you have your answer. Reduce to one variable. This is when you have two variables in your equation. Try and use the substitution method discussed before wherever possible. It is faster and easier.